said tonight. I don't have a job to find, and if I went tonight, I'm so tired tonight. I fall asleep when I'm home, if I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home, when I'm home. I was just so far from here, focused on my own way, with a never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do, there is nothing you said that could make me realize how much lucky I was. Just out of reach of the fire, it was not
Introducing GForceTV. GForceTV.net is your new source for action overload. Featuring free live programming year-round and countless hours of on-demand video, GForceTV will be your first stop whenever you want to see the latest and hottest racing action. See live Friday Night Excitement weekly from Washouican Speedway, and watch the stars of tomorrow make a name for themselves during Thursday night's live microsprint racing. GForceTV is also the new home for Rivals Race Chat. Watch weekly as Clinton Jeffrey and Adam Ross discuss all the hot topics in the world of motorsports. For iRacing fans, GForceTV has you covered with hours of live broadcasting from Rivals and GForceTV Racing Leagues. GForceTV promises to deliver motorsports, esports, and action sports you want to see, along with talk shows and vlogs to keep you connected to the lifestyle you love. Visit GForceTV.net today to subscribe for free. Sit back, hold on, and feel the G's on GForceTV.
Hi dirt fans, welcome. We're back here live for the GeForce Racing League here tonight for some more dirt track racing, the Williams Grove style. A little bigger track here tonight than what we're used to seeing. As Renegades here, I'm gonna tell you, these are the best of the best that they have here at the GeForce Racing League. And we got the Cruise Shop FW.com, Heat Race 1 underway here. About to get underway, that is. What's up, Doug?
How you doing tonight, Joe? Good to see you again.
No doubt, man. I tell you, a good one.
Lots of cars, 4 heats tonight, as a matter of fact. Of course, remember, guys have been moving up from earlier races in the GeForce Racing League. Preston Kramer, Jack Clevenger on the pole, John Hine, Donovan Ross, row 2. Ross, fast qualifier of everybody at 17.339. Larry Moody, Jeff Fitzpatrick, row 3. Matt Ramsey and Jeremy Paulson are in the last row.
Gonna be a good one here. As like I say, cruiseshopfw.com, and we appreciate everybody tuning in. It was night to live here, and on a little same league, same everything. Just they kind of split it up a little bit on the GeForce Esports YouTube here tonight. I used to say GeForce TV, but GeForce
Take a while.
GeForce Esports on YouTube, and also on OSR Network on Facebook here. So as we're getting set here to go heat race number 1, let's say we got 8 drivers out here. Preston Cranmer and company up front, Jack Clevenger. These are the 360 wing sprints. I like these things. They're fast, nimble, like big go-karts with wings on top.
And of course, they're using their own setups tonight, so all that time that they put in during the week and practicing with their teammates, and yeah, there's a lot of these cars that are part of multi-car teams. All that work coming in handy tonight as we're ready to go green.
Green flag's about to fly. Here we go. Peace trucks in. Jack Clevenger and company about to make them things loud and proud here. Is a lot of guys, man, gonna roll. John Hines in this one too for the old cruise shop machine there. Green flag. We're racing it already, beating and banging up front.
That's Cranmer down in the bottom. Clevenger's on the outside. John Hine right there as well as they go into tricky 3 and 4. 3's a little gradual, and then 4 gets really tight if you've taken some laps around here. This is one of the more unique big racetracks around.
Oh, Donovan Ross already having a hard time. He's got a Bronco Bull on his hands there trying to get that thing under control. Donovan Ross tails back. John Hine back up to 3rd right now. Remember, top 4 drivers here. They'll take it to the top spot. As everybody's kind of single file now. Place here reminds me of Martinsville. Kind of long straightaways and looks like a cookie cutter almost. Or they always say a paper clip.
The ends are a little different, obviously, because 3 and 4 is nothing like turns 1 and 2. But yeah, good observation there. Walls all the way around. Very fast track right now. 4 guys. Cranmer, Clevenger, Hine, and Fitzpatrick have ran away from everybody. You can see Matt Ramsey back there, that white car. He's in 5th, trying to make up some ground here, but we're going to complete lap number 4 this time around, halfway.
It is Renegade style here tonight. John Hine hanging on to 3rd place, just cannot get up there. Everybody's kind of utilizing that middle lane right now. We'll see if the track changes and they go to the far side. 4th place man right there, Jeff Fitzpatrick's falling off the pace, looks like a little bit. His top 3's kind of single file nose to cush bar. Usually say nose to tail, but nose to cush bar there. So everybody's just being patient right now, it kind of seems like.
Well, they call it a tail tank on the back where the fuel goes. But yeah, I think Jeff Fitzpatrick might have some company here in just a little bit. You can see Matt Ramsey and Larry Moody trying to run him down, and as the leaders are getting smaller right now for Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, Preston Cranmer out front dominating. You see the battle right here kind of heating up a little bit. Got a little shot here to show off kind of how nice the paint jobs are, and these gives you a little bit closer view of the paint jobs and kind of how all the sponsors are on them. Like that, wanted to get a show off with some of these cars. I know they put in a lot of hard work to them. As one more lap around here, you got Preston Cranmer's going to hang on to it. Battles on for 2nd out of turn 4. Final time. He's going to win heat race 1.
Preston Cranmer's going to get the win. Clevenger finishes 2nd. John Hine in 3rd. We were watching 2nd and 3rd there from that above shot. Very cool shot, by the way. And Jeff Fitzpatrick gets the last qualifying heat. So heat 1 is in the books, as they say. Heat number 2 is gridding up right now.
Got 2W's Plumbing. That's 2W's Plumbing and Contracting. You can look them up at www.2wsplumbingllc.com. 2wsplumbingllc.com. Check, and we always say they're up there in the New York area. And well, it wasn't cold, you said
Western
today,
New York.
But it's going to get cold eventually, and then the
there.
pipes, freeze up or something. Might have not so much of pipes, even if you just have a plumbing issue or whatnot. Hey, check them out. Up
Water heater breaks.
Yep, up in the New York area.
75 lovely degrees up here in New York State today, though, so no worries there. We're gonna hope this stays for the whole darn winter. Okay, people are wearing short sleeves and shorts in November. We could not be happier.
That's crazy.
Keith Jackson and Maximum on the pole. Aiden Young, Gary Pipiet in row number 2. Kyle Parker and Brennan Lacey are on row number 3, and Kevin Fry, and a new guy here tonight, Francis Major, will start in 8th. Nice to see some new people up here, Joe.
I like that, like you just said, a lot of new faces, some guys up here, that we don't normally get to see or anything like that. So, Keith Jackson, like you said, I haven't really heard that name too often. Garrett
Well, I
Pepe,
figured-
obviously I know that one, but pretty much everybody else I know in there. But the Keith is the one that I haven't not really familiar with.
Well, as a longtime college football fan, when I think of Keith Jackson, I think of Keith Jackson from, the announcer guy there,
Oh, no.
But I'm sure that's not him. A long-time guy. He has that job that you and I would love to have someday, big-time network TV guy, but I'm sure that's not him. But 7 cars, one of them not taking the green. I think Francis Major is the car that didn't. I noticed he practiced but did not qualify, so I think he's the guy who is not going to take the green here.
That's what it looks like right now as we're getting here to 2W's Plumbing and Contracting. Heat Race 2 here, Williams Grove. Like I said, a little bigger track, but still, these are some fast machines around this place. 360 Wing Sprints Renegade Series here, Monday Night Madness style. And in order to get here to the Renegades at the top spot here to GeForce Racing, they have to run through what they call the Rebels and the Raiders divisions. And they have to also qualify. And the other ones is, I don't know if y'all heard that in the background. That's my wife back there. She's
I didn't hear that time. Okay.
Yeah, she's back there tearing the kitchen up.
As long as you're making something good for you too, so that'll be a nice thing. So, and of course, Williams Grove. This is the home of the PA Posse. This is one of the tracks that the World of Outlaws come to, and they don't usually win down here against Pennsylvania's best here. Lincoln and there's one at Port Royal are the big 3 down there for the Sprint Car World. But out front, Keith Jackson looking pretty good with Maximum running there in second place. Brennan Lacey, Kyle Parker in qualifying spots, but Garrett Pepe trying to groom up that bottom.
Yeah, right now you got 1 and 2 out front battling. You got 3 and 4 right here, but you got Kyle Parker. He's got his hands full with Garrett Pepe right there on his inside. Going to try to put a slide move on him. He's looking there. He's got the low line. He's got the groove. The car just not biting coming out of the turn. As you see Kyle Parker, boy, he moves up on that backside cush bar there of Brendan. Let's see if he can't push him out of the way and say, hey, look, you deal with Garrett back there.
And you can see what Garrett was doing. He was basically pinching his corners a little bit, getting too low, keeping it low, and that does not allow you to pick up the gas pedal. Now you can see he's changed his lineup just a little bit. I still think he's going to try to go to the bottom, and there he goes, a little
Garrett,
too low.
Yeah, a little bit too low into the fence, and gotcha, you gone.
Yeah, and that's what happens, You convince yourself that's the line, and all you got to do is run a little bit too low. These walls on the inside, if you've turned laps here, very, very close as we continue now to watch a battle again for the last qualifying spot between Parker and Fry.
And I'm going to tell you what, I don't know if you just saw that right there, Doug, but Kyle Parker tried to run that thing up in it. If there was a passenger seat in the side of there, Lacey, he got up on the back bumper, like I say, the bar on the back end. That allowed Kevin Fry to get on the inside of it and battling for a moment. Now they're single file there again, and it looks like, I'm not wanting to say yet it's a one-groove style track, but it's starting to point out that way.
Well, you do have a little bit of a cushion up there, and that helps. You can put that right rear on it. It kind of holds the car a little bit, so you can go in a little bit deeper than you could without the cushion. One more lap to go, so but this track will change. We know that.
Absolutely. Out front, still got Keith Jackson. Look at the slide move Kevin Fry put on him. Not absolutely been able to get it done as they come out of the turn, checker flag. Kyle Parker's going to hang on to that 4th place spot here for 2W's Plumbing Contractors Heat Race 2. That throws us into Heat Race 3. That's Schultz Heating and Cooling.
Nice run by Jackson, too. Won by almost a full second there. Schultz Heating and Cooling, they're right over in Naples, New York. That's Western New York. HVAC technicians, you name it, they can handle it. And pretty soon we'll be more worried about heating than cooling, but I guarantee there are probably some folks running air conditioners up here today.
Well, it's funny, and before we go on, the green flag real quick, you talk about the Schultz Heating and Cooling, you talk about heating and air, and like a week or two earlier, down here in NC, it was in the 40s and all, so I finally turned 30s at nighttime. I finally turned the heat on just a little bit. Well, lo and behold, it jumped back up to 70s. Now I'm back to the AC. So it's like one after the other. Who knows which one we got? I always say that the weather down here's got bipolar syndrome. So hope you're not in an area of the United States that you're that way. You've got one weather that is happening. Either way, if you are in the New York area, check out Schultz Heating and Cooling. And they will get you hooked up if you're having any problems with your AC, HVAC, or if you're commercial or residential. They'll definitely check you out. And here we go. Ryan Beagle. See the Beagle Mobile out front there. Austin Griffey. Terry Landis, John Short, Stephen Furberg, Jeffrey Barker, and just the names that we see here in the Renegade. I tell you what, Doug, they are phenomenal throughout the GForce Racing League, and I'll tell you what, they're good racers.
Yeah, and no moving up just because you have a sponsor or a dad who's in the industry. Unlike NASCAR, this you got to race your way in. There's no way around it. Nobody gets any special treatment, and I'll tell you, this has been a lot of fun watching and getting to know these
somebody
guys.
Somebody says they got moved up into the Pro Series because my virtual dad said I could move up in here. You know? So,
That's right. That's right.
That'll be a thing in iRacing for us over about 20 years.
I got $10,000 and I bought 5,000 iRacing experience points. So
that's right.
So I'm here now. You know, it doesn't work that way, guys.
Not really.
There's only one way to get in this race tonight. It's the old-fashioned way. Earn it.
There you go. Green flag.
We were going different places, but we do have the same idea in mind.
Absolutely.
I was thinking that old commercial. We make money the old-fashioned way. We earn it. Way back in the day.
Yep. Green flag. We're racing. Ryan Beagle takes it out front there. You got Austin Griffey down low, John Short right there. All night long, we've not seen a lot of side-by-side racing. Could change, but up front, you got a battle for the lead as Griffey. Slide job.
Ooh, Beagle, I think, was ready for that. Right back to the inside. You think he's going to try one right here? No, I don't think there's room for it. He's going to have to wait for another opportunity.
Yeah, I've not seen that low line be able to utilize a great slide job unless you just get it going right off the start. Because once they get the momentum rolling around this track, it just looks like the low line is just not getting a bite coming off the turn, what's needed. But right now, Beagle is hanging up top in the cushion. You see John Short back there trying to trail him, Terry Landis. And the battle's on for about 5th and 6th back there. That's between Stephen Fernberg, Jeffrey Barker. Man, right all night long, it's just been kind of a freight train up front throughout the field.
Yeah, qualifying matters, I think, a lot here at Williams Grove. And you can see Landis is starting to dip a little bit blue. That's the light blue machine. That's his color no matter whether he's running these late model street stock. Doesn't matter. He's always running that same color. I'm watching third place, though, because it looks like John Short is ready to do something here with Ryan Beagle.
He's trying to get up there, see if he can't maybe snooker him on the inside, see if he can't put a slide on him. He's got the slide line there, but just not been able to utilize it coming off the turn. Might need to be a little bit cautious because he got Terry Landis moving in, but everybody.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, they cook him back up to that cushion. I've noticed something too when they come off that turn 4, that wall kind of sneaks out there and bites him a little bit.
You see Short go a little bit over that cushion, but yeah, I was just ready to say that because I noticed when Short went low, you could see Landis really gain on him, even in just half a lap, that Short ran a little bit lower. Landis was able to do it, but now Landis starting to get a little pressure from Fernberg.
Yeah, it is right there. What's up, John Marine? How you doing out there, man? Right now, you've got Terry Landis, man. Yeah, it gives you a good idea of what they see. Right here is everybody's running the top side cushion up there, but just nobody's been able to gain ground. And there's what I'm talking about, coming off that turn and get really close to that wall. But just everybody's up top on the cushion. Not much everybody's going to do. Battle's on for 3rd and 4th, though. About the closest as last lap.
Another big lead, though, as Beagle's going to take a peek to the inside. I think that might have been a token effort at best to see what it was like. Win's going to go to Griffey. Beagle, Short, Landis, they're in.
Schultz heating and cooling. Heat race 3 in the history books here for tonight. Here we go.
Yeah, I thought Beagle went down there, I think, just to see what it was like, because we didn't see him try that after the first lap and the very first time that he did that. So a lot of times when you know the race is over and you're solid in a qualifying position, you might try something in the last corner. I think that's what he did there.
And that's going to bring us up here to A&J Custom Creations heat race number 4 here tonight. A&J does some awesome CNC, and real quick, got to give you we talk about the viewers out there, and I love the viewers who tune in week and week out. And
thanks.
They definitely do. And you want the blimpy cam, there you go, your blimpy cam. I don't do it much on dirt there, John, like I do on the asphalt because it's a little bit longer. But blimpy cam, that's what I call it, Doug. I know you're new to it. I always say blimpy, and I throw the blimpy challenge out. And, it gives you a good shot of facility and just how far apart everybody are right now. They're gridding up. But I throw the challenge out, and here's your challenge you can do.
Okay.
Go up to your wife one day and just whisper in her soft, sweet ear and say, You look blimpy fine today. Now, if you make it back next week to the race, I know you didn't take the challenge, but if you don't, I understand what happened. He's in the hospital, folks, and he needs y'all's well wishes. So that's your blimpy challenge with OSR Network, online simracingnetwork.com. Your home for fun and exciting sim racing. I do that a lot on the oval side there. Don't do it too much on the dirt side. Everything's fast. But as far as John goes, John's one of those, does not have iRacing, but boy, is very knowledgeable when it comes to tracks and iRacing. He picked out where we were right off, knows where they are, and he does journalism or something like that. He does something on online and all blogs and whatnot. So, and a long time follower of the channel here. Really appreciate it from the beginnings to now. But just one of the very few that don't have iRacing, that just loves watching the racing in general. And I appreciate all the viewers out there that do it, all the family members that come out week in and week out. And obviously everybody here at GForce Racing League. As we get set to go green here for heat race number 4.
Stephen Goldner, Ross Carrenta, row 1, Blake Chapman, Kyle Moody, row number 2, Lane Snook the youngster, GJ Boydell, row 3, David Flick, and Stephen Shaw Jr. round out the field here at scenic Williams Grove, one of my all-time favorite tracks.
In the PA area here, like you said, Ross Carrenta out front, Stephen Goldner, like you just said there. And is Blake Chapman, is he in the Skittlemobile? Yes, he is. So let's hope he doesn't taste the rainbow
we gave those
tonight.
up for Halloween, so I've been munching some of those lately. Nice. So I forgot to bring a bag up with me tonight, though, darn it. I'll have it next time.
Pace truck in. Here we go. Race 4 underway. Was about to light them up here. Green flag flies. Got a long way to go once that pace truck goes in. A little bit further down the straightaway on this one. Good start to everyone. I got a feeling here's what you got to do from what I've seen, Doug. Just from me watching, you've got to be very aggressive on that start to get that position, because if you don't, once everybody gets settled down in single file, it's very hard to pass on that low line. That's what you're seeing Stephen Goldner try to do. Very aggressive right off to try to get that lead.
Ooh, I'm surprised here that he's able to do that, because I was waiting for him to try to make a move just to make sure he didn't get stuck on the bottom, but he did better than that, as now he's got Carrenta on the bottom and he's on the high side.
Well, you saw right there, he drove that thing in Sindit City and made the slide job work. Now he's going to the outside. He is very aggressive. He knows it, but the problem is, that's just what I just said right there. Once Ross Carrenta was able to, and Carrenta overdrove the turn. Here comes Stephen Goldner. This is probably the best battling we've seen in any heat race tonight. But what I'm also, like I'm seeing here is once you have to overdrive those turns, you're having to be very aggressive, and you're having to hope that that thing's going to stick. 3 wide lead here for the front.
Moonen was able to sneak by and get second. Now he's watching his Carrenta's down on the inside of him. Lane Snook's back there in 4th. He wants to get in the mix as well. You can see him up on the outside with the black car.
Well, right now, we got a best battle going on. This heat race number 4. Ross is falling back to 4th. Lane Snook's up to 3rd. Here comes Blake Chapman. He's one position out here to transfer to the feature tonight. Stephen Goldner still leading after getting out front. Kyle Mooney right there is just 3 wide again down on the inside. Here comes Ross.
And Carrenta didn't get it. Here goes Moonen for the lead on the outside. And again, if anybody has a tendency, Golden likes the bottom, and I think that just cost him the lead.
Yeah, right there, as you see, Kyle's going to the high side. Steve's going to low down to the low lane. Maybe that's how that car's set up. Here comes Blaine Snook, young man right there behind him. He's looking. Oh, if they made contact, that would not help those two up front.
Yeah, I'm surprised Goldner hasn't tried to go up, but like you said, maybe he's geared for the bottom, and that's the place he wants to be. Back to 3rd now, as he's lost a couple of spots here in this battle. Still 4th, Ross Carrenta. He's watching all this in front of him, but he better watch out because Blake Chapman's on him.
And you just saw Stephen Goldner right there getting the backside of old Lane Snook, and then you got Ross Carrenta's there also. Here comes Blake Chapman trying to chew on the back door of old Ross and see if he can't get him. Blake makes a slide move on the inside, and Stephen Goldner's in the wall. His hopes go up in flames as they come in through the checkered flag. Blake Chapman sneaks into the 4th place final transfer. What a heat race, because it heated up right there at the end.
And Blake Chapman was the big benefactor there of Stephen Goldner's misfortunes, as he ends up staying out of trouble and getting the last qualifying spot. Heats are now complete.
Pulled that one off.
No, I was talking about getting the last qualifying spot.
Yeah.
Yep, because he was the one that benefited there when Goldner went around.
Let's put this in heat race 5.
See, I'm showing consolation next.
Wait a minute. It switched over. My bad. It switched over. Okay. My bad.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we look at things differently, both of us. He's at the
Well,
other end.
it hadn't
doing all the
switched
hard
over
work,
when I first saw it. It hadn't switched. It was still on the last
Gotcha.
heat race on me. But hey, Toronto tickets. Haven't talked about them in a while, but don't let that name, like you always say, fool you. Because it's just because it says Toronto doesn't mean it's.
Yep.
I always say Canadian, but it's a Canada area. And they got
Up where they
fee-free.
drive on asphalt every day to get to work. So, but Toronto tickets, big thing there,
what?
fee free. They call it asphalt. They don't call it asphalt. They call it asphalt. There's an H in there. So there's
What's
a
up,
second
Chase? How you
H
doing?
in there. So, but fee-free tickets from Toronto tickets, and like he said, tickets not just for Canada, not just for Toronto, Montreal area, but all over the world, pretty much. So make sure to look at them.
Goldner has a feature EOL for a whole shot challenge, so he was just trying to think. Oh, okay, so he's the one that's going to try to do the whole shot challenge, try to go from the back to the front.
Really?
Stephen Goldner. That's why he was just basically just being very kind of aggressive out there, etc., and whatnot.
I wonder if he made his mind up before or after the heat on that.
I don't know.
Do we know
Chase,
that?
let me know the ins and outs of what that is. Did he make his mind up there? Obviously, that heat race there, he was basically just trying to see what the car would do, pretty much, if he had made his mind up. But that's a challenge they put out there. Basically, it's something. I'd have to have Roger explain it to me again, because I don't want. I'll paraphrase a little bit.
Yeah.
Basically, I know they get the EOL in the feature. They have to start in the back. I don't remember why or how that's about, but either way, I know they start in the back, and if they go to the front, obviously they get some sort of bonus style points for doing that. But they have to do something prior to that, and I cannot remember what it is. He's told me before, but you know what, folks? I'm sorry, I'm getting old, and my mind is feeble.
As old as us.
My mind is feeble. It's delicate.
It was stuck there on its for a moment too. So 16 cars, only 8 are going to get in. So half are going to get in. The rest of them are going to have to watch online on the new channel too. So I'm real excited about
GeForce
that.
Esports there, YouTube. We're here at OSR Network on Facebook. We appreciate everything that GeForce Racing League does, and those guys over at GeForce TV and whatnot. All that they do here tonight. Renegade Series here, Monday Night Madness about to get kickoff here for the B-Main. These guys here, now we had 4 heats, 8 drivers will make it to the feature here. Well, there's a lot of drivers going home.
Oh, the big crash already.
Wow, boy, we just saw that one on the front side. Steven Fernberg is flipping down the front stretch right there. Not what you want to see your car do. As out front, Kevin Fry, GJ Boydell, look at this. They are side by side racing all over the track.
And they better be careful, because all it takes is one little slip. And now you're in the back and missing the show tonight. So this top 8 better race carefully, as 4 cars have kind of separated themselves. Kevin Fry still out front.
And speaking of top 8 right there, just saw Garrett Pepia get into the back end of Jeffrey Barker just like that. And now he's in trouble. Larry Moody, who sits in the 8th place spot, he's in 7th, but Larry's closing in on his back right there. He's going to try to throw a slide job, but he's got Stephen Goldner. Are you kidding? Stephen Goldner, who was just flipping down the front stretch a minute ago, and you would have thought he was out of it. Here he is back in 8th place. I mean, but hold on a minute. Did we just see his car upside down? Oh, wait a minute. Steven Fernberg was the one we saw flipping. You know what? I got my Stevens all messed up. I apologize, Goldner, out there. But Goldner, remember he started, like you said, started last, and now he's trying up to 7th. I mean, boy, he's got a fast setup in that machine.
Donovan Ross started 9th. He's 5th. Garrett Pepe at 10th. He's up to 6th. So a lot of guys making their way up in here. And this is good practice, too, because the track has changed since the heat races. They'll get another practice session after this. So learn what you can, get in, and try to do the best you can in the A.
Absolutely. And right now, Steven is in the feature right now, sitting in that 7th spot. Larry Moody also right here in the 8th place. He's right there. He's way down the bottom there. Jeffrey Barker, though, he's right behind him trying to see. He's hoping Larry makes a mistake, because that's back there in the hot spot. Stephen Shaw Jr., boy, that's a name that you don't see outside looking in. Right now is in trouble going home.
And Barker's about a half a second behind Moody right now as he tries to work his way into that last transfer spot. A couple extra laps in this one. This is going to be 10 laps instead of the 8 that we saw in the qualifying heats, as we're watching here, as I think that's Stephen Goldner up top. No, that is Garrett Pepiot.
Who was that?
I was just watching who was on the top side there working that cushion. I couldn't tell who it was at first, as we're
hang on a
a
second.
little bit.
I was reading on my bad.
further.
I was reading about it. We go back to that challenge that Stevens got. It's you win 2 features in a row, they get a whole shot challenge. If you win, you get 25 points from the starting from the rear. Okay, I knew it was something like that. You got bonus points, and
Last lap, by the
Pencil
way.
has done it 3 weeks in a row in the Rebels division, by the way. So there you
Really?
go.
Okay.
White
Now, what
flag,
are they-
checker flag, and who's going to get that final 8th place spot? Larry Moody.
So Barker, Shaw, Flick, Fernbird, Bandy, Moonen, and Snook.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kevin Fry was
looking.
outside for just a midnight stroll. He was way out there. Wow,
Just
that's
hanging
going to
out.
set us up beautiful here for our feature.
Yeah, won by 1.2 seconds, so big win for him. There you see the track from above, and the biggest difference is 3. You can go a little more, and see how it narrows up over there at turn number 4. That's what makes this track
It just
so
looks like
tough.
a paper clip. That's why I was referencing it to Martinsville's. Martinsville's kind of a paper clip style track, but. Well, I'll tell you what, folks, don't go anywhere. We're going to bring up our national anthems here. We'll be right back. Here's just a few.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Alright folks, we're back here for the feature time, Strickland GMC feature that is, and if the feature's any indication of what our heats have been all night long, then it ought to be a wild one. Now, alright, we go back. We have got what they call the hot shoe challenge here.
Pretty cool, I like it.
Yeah, and I do too, because it's 25 bonus points, and points definitely are something that matters. Steven Goldner will start from 24th position. Now, he's fast, and we saw him come through the field into B main. So I'm not going to sit and say he can't do it on this track. I feel like he can. If he wins this feature here tonight in the A main, he gets 25 bonus points. So,
what's the over/under? Top 10, 5th? What do you think?
You know, I don't want to, as the announcer, I usually don't like picking on it because I obviously don't want to give him the broadcaster jinx.
Perhaps.
Man, I tell you,
I'm thinking 7th, 8th myself.
Yeah, and the thing about it, here's you got to have a little luck when you're doing this challenge, and the reason
Cautions
being,
at the fall at the right time, all that stuff.
You don't want to run into problems. Obviously, you're starting at the back of the field. You can get into something that's not your doing. You know, you can get caught up in somebody else's accident or whatnot. Can happen. But then again, I think he's got a fast enough car to get up here. It's all going to be a matter of him getting through the field, getting through it very quickly. I mean, he's got enough time to do it. But either way, man out front, Preston Cranmer, he's got other plans. He wants to put it in victory lane with Keith Jackson up there. Andy Griffin and company got a lot of heavy hitter names up front. Pace trucks in. We're getting set to go. Green flag racing here at Williams Grove. Dirt tracking it right now.
And the reason, by the way, that he had to do that hot shoe rule was he had won the last 2 races in a row. So that's the reason why that happened. So, but out in front, hey, how about Preston Cranmer getting a little time out front here on the broadcast as he'll lead him in the tricky turn 3.
Captain VP up there, Preston Cranmer, he is out front leading it right now. He's got trouble, though. He's got Clevenger and Jackson right there behind him, but they're going to go side by side with some slide jobs. Up top on the cushion, here comes Clevenger. We got cars wrecking in the back. That's Jeff Fitzpatrick, Kevin Fry and company back there.
No yellow yet.
No yellow. And I'm surprised because Kevin Fry.
Oh, there it is.
Well, there it is because.
Oh, we had another problem here in the front stretch, too.
Well, that's Kevin Fry. And here's my thing is. throw that thing off the track. You know, I mean, that was dangerous. I mean, and I get it. He wanted to get it straight and everything else, but there was no caution, and the leaders you saw as soon as that caution flew, they come blowing right by. And you can already see his car, and you can see his car right there. It's damaged.
It's crab walking.
Yeah, it's crab walking. So there's no. I'm going to go off the record, and now he's going to go on the pit road.
Somebody else went ahead of him too.
That if you know your car's that damaged, he had plenty of time to tow it, and I don't think the caution would have flew. So, we'll leave it at that.
We see it a lot in the non-virtual world too. You know, you'll see a driver
that's not
get
virtual.
a flat,
I mean, but that's different, man. I mean, they don't have an option to hit escape and blink off the track.
That's true. Right. But they do come to a stop for things like flat tires and things like that to bring out the yellow, so that way you can get it fixed. But some tracks do not allow you to go in the pits and come back during a heat race. So that depends on the series you're running and things like that.
That's in here too. Now that's what I'm saying. There is no, as far as I know, there's no fast fix here. So really,
there is no fast fix.
As far as you know what? I've never seen anybody go in the pits, come back out. Once they've wrecked, they've wrecked. It's done. So, with that said, obviously we can't, you know, I get what you're saying on the real world, but you can't really base that on, like I say, they don't have the little escape button and can virtually bring the tow truck out and go straight to pit road.
Well, I remember those NASCAR races they were running in February with iRacing or March. Yeah. They have, I think, 2 fast fixes there. Now, when you do your NASCAR stuff, do they get fast fixes there?
Most of my leagues don't run fast fixes because they won't. Now, the Pro Series, they do not run fast fixes in those.
Gotcha.
And most of my leagues don't because it's more realistic and you want to realize. The reason they did that in that series was because they had a lot of new drivers and they wanted to keep the car count up. It does help, though, to keep your car counts as our guys kind of not being as aggressive as green flags back out. Up front, Keith Jackson. Yeah, Keith Jackson's right there. Preston Cranmer is out front. Jack Clevenger. Now let's go back here and see where Stephen Goldner is right now. He is up to 20th spot. Remember, he started 24th. He's running that high lane up there on the cushion. Let's see if he's making up ground. Remember, in the heats, though, Angela is out, and
it's still going on.
Right there. See, there's what I'm talking about. And just like that, guess what? That's probably going to do it for Stephen Goldner.
Well,
because
how much damage do you
knocked the front wing off.
Oh, it did knock the wing off?
It knocked the front wing right off of it. So I'm going to say right there.
Oh, yeah, it's gone.
Probably is done, his chance to come through the field. And that's what we're talking about, the danger starting in the back. Let's go back here on our AJ Custom, or excuse me, on Malcolm Mills replay and see. And I think Brendan Lacey was one that got involved in this. And you saw Stephen Goldner, he was coming around. He was actually slowing down. So, again, I said it earlier in the beginning of the race. Those guys, man, just not. I mean, when you're starting in the back like that, anything can happen. As we're riding here with Brennan, and boom, right there, just got together. And then another car got together, and you saw Blake Chapman went around. And right there, the black car, and Stephen Goldner was slowing down, but just no place to go. And just hate that on his end. Wow. So,
there will be no Hot Shoe Challenge winner tonight, it appears.
You know,
unfortunately.
And I don't want to say no, he's not going to win it, but without that front wing, you know what I know, that car's just not going to handle. It's not going to come.
No.
And pretty much he's back in, going his wing back on now, so.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Maybe it's just the angle we were looking at.
Well, maybe again, too. Here's the thing. iRacing been a virtual world. Could have just been one of those virtual style blips. I've seen it on the oval side happen. What happens is sometimes a car will show damage and it actually won't be damage. It's just kind of one of those physics things on the virtual side. It is funny to watch. Sometimes you'll see the whole front end of the car be kind of crumpled. The next lap, it running around, you're watching it, and it kind of like fixes itself on the track, and you're going, "Boy, he's got one of them running mechanics out there just beating on that car while he's waiting." So
yeah, like the old days. Remember, you had a mechanic in the old Indy races. Remember that would ride with the driver, and fix things while they're going down the straightaway.
Green flag, about to fly. Here we go. And man out front, Keith Jackson. He's been up there all night long. Here comes Preston Cranmer sitting in second, though. Ryan Beagle right there on the inside. He's throwing it. Remember, he loves that low line. He's going to see if he can't try. And it looks like here in the feature, the low lane might be runnable right now, as you've got Jack Clevenger down there with him.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, it looks like Preston Cranmer is just caught in the wrong lane. Beagle was scored second on that lap as Clevenger's down there, too. And I think Preston Cranmer might have to go down and try that eventually.
Track could change here. Clevenger trying on the inside there. He's going to see if he can't put a slide job on the man, Preston Cranmer, and get that job done to him. Austin Griffey, John Short back there. Look at this three-wide mess.
Yeah, I'm seeing some people running the middle now, too, and making that work. So I think right now you got two grooves, and the one groove we saw in the heat race is where you don't want to be as Cranmer's back to fourth and in danger of falling back to fifth.
Yeah, it is right there. All diving in. There's a good battle going on for third and fourth. Cranmer and Clevenger right there. So right along with John Short. He's got a good front view of it here as you see the battle for the lead heating up with Ryan Beagle.
Right on Griffey's Kushbar, as you like to call it right there. Cranmer, you had to look at him. Here's what's going on out front. You were looking out the front of Beagle's car for a minute as we've got a real good battle for the top spot.
That's what old Brett Wheeler over at Ultimate Dirt TV told me it was one time when we were when I first started doing dirt racing here. I used to say the back on the back bumper. He said, "Joe, it's a Kushbar they got." I said, "All right, then we'll change it up." Down the back of the Kushbar, and right now you see Ryan Beagle. He says, "Long gone." He loves that low lane. When he's got that thing set up for the low line like he's got tonight, and we've seen the last couple of weeks, it'll be hard to run him down and catch him because once he gets it hooked up, he's done.
And I'm sure what we're seeing here tonight, and then you're going to look at Cranmer there as he continues to lose ground to the leader. It's not like this, and there goes Cranmer down low. It's not like these guys didn't know this coming in. I'm sure the track changes pretty much very similarly every time they come around. So I'm sure a lot of these guys said, hey, just get in, run the top, and set the thing up for the bottom later on.
Yes, it is. Up front right there, Preston. You got Ross Corrente sitting in the sixth place spot. John Short back there in seventh. John Hines sitting in ninth. Lane Snook, he is back up to eighth. Again, very hard place to pass here so far. A lot of heavy hitter names in the back. I mean, you got Aiden Young back here in 16th. That's not been able to move through the field right now. Just kind of stuck.
Terry Landis is 14th right now. Kyle Parker's just inside the top 15. You're right. A lot of names that we normally mention up front. And by the way, just to keep your eyes on Stephen Goldner, 20th right now.
Yeah, he's trying to see if he can't work himself back up there, but 20th spot, and his time's running out on him here. As you see him, he's in a mix of machines there, along with Aiden Young, Kevin Fry. Look out!
Oh, no.
It is.
Hey, at least he was this one, so.
Well, that actually threw him off the track there. Terry Landis off the track, so could be okay. And don't park on the track. Down. No.
So caution is out.
Caution is out.
17 to
go.
I mean, I see both sides of the argument.
No.
I know.
No. No. Anyways, out front, Ryan Beagle. He's the man right there.
He's looking good.
He is looking good. You got. I mean, once he gets that inside lane hooked up, he will be very hard to pass and very hard to get around because he loves the inside. He's going to protect it. He's going to say, look, the only way you're coming around is the outside or middle.
Yeah.
And
take it, it's there.
Yeah, and once that car is hooked up like it is on the inside, it's bad fast. I just don't know any other way of saying it. I mean, he's got a very, very fast car. And you know what the biggest thing is, too? It's got the RK Automotive there on it. Kind of a plain style.
Yeah.
Kind of plain, just plain style.
Like it. It's easy to see the number.
Yeah,
The black, the white, and the red are a good combination. I like that. I like the black really sets the white letters off on the tires.
You know what he
too,
needs? He needs a picture of his dog on the wing up there, on that top of the wing. I can
Yeah,
see what
put
his
it right
dog
up there,
looks
you
like.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it a beagle or no? 'Cause
Well,
it
it
would
is a
almost make
beagle.
sense
They
that it
say he
would
takes
be.
it to the
Okay,
track with
okay.
him. Yeah.
Does he? Okay.
That's what
A
they
lot of
say.
people
Yeah.
bring their dogs to the track now. Goldner 19th, by the way, on this next restart. But Beagle's done a nice job. He started 7th in this
Okay.
deal.
Now Chase says he corrected me on that. There is one fast fix, so that's probably why
There is
Stephen
one. Okay.
was too.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Chase.
that, Chase. You know, again, as much as I know my wife back there says I sound like I'm unorganized, you learn things over the course of. I tell you one thing, I'm not unorganized on. That's knowing the sponsors here. But anyways,
you go.
and the drivers, and to me that's important.
Yes.
They pay the bills.
Hey, get her on the bike. Let her try a couple laps. Let's see how she does, right? And then you can go,
right.
gee, you sound real unorganized, Flippy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But, you know, as far as fast fix stuff like that, you don't see a lot of it in the dirt side because usually it's so fast anyways if you get into a wreck to get in and out of the pits here. So, you know, obviously we don't deal with pits. Yeah, we don't deal with pits like we deal on the oval side of things. As the green flag flies, Ryan Beagle, like I said, once he's got that inside lane locked up, he is going to be hard to get up there and get around.
And I noticed on that restart, too, right before they went green, everybody was as close to that inside wall in turn 4 as they could possibly be. Although, look at this, Jackson and Clevenger off the bottom. Because the other thing I was thinking during that little break there is with all those guys running down low, they're going to burn that off. And maybe the top or middle might come back. I guess we'll have to find out, won't we, Joe?
Yeah, right now out front, as you see, Ryan Beagle, Keith Jackson hanging on the third, Jack Clevenger there, and Keith Jackson up in second, Jack Clevenger there in third, Austin Griffey, well, he's right there, and I'm not sure, I think that was John Short, not sure who that was, but boy, they were almost sideways a little bit. You got John Short, Preston Kramer, Gary Pepiot and company right there. All these guys just, and you know, Preston Kramer still fighting. He's up to 5th. Car's just dropped off just a little bit.
And he's still up there using that outside line, as we can tell. He went down for a couple laps in between, but right there with him, he's got some company as Pepiot's trying to work the inside on him. 18 laps, that's what we're working on right now, as we have 12 to go.
12 to go, like
Caution.
I said, boy, right there, caution. Looks like Maximum involved in that one. Another car. Let's go back here on a Malcolm Mills replay, see what happened here. As Maximum
That's Rams
in the middle of the pack, actually, it looks about 10th place spot at the time. As he's right there in the middle. If you had a little contact, maybe a little help or anything right here. As he's up top down the cushion. Just got into the wall. And then it just bounced off the wall, nowhere to go. And Blake Chapman.
Wow.
Woo.
Nice job.
Not sure who that is in the back there doing cartwheels. Not sure who that was back there.
That's good driving by everybody to miss him, too, because I've always thought this for years. I mean, you can go out there and run good laps and things like that, but when situations happen and you can think fast and miss something by inches, that's the sign of a good driver.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing we was talking about. We talked about, like, earlier with Steven Golder, who was up to 13th, by the way.
Yep, I just saw that. Yep, he's coming.
He's coming up to the field. We'll have to see what happens. But he got caught up in that incident earlier. Sometimes it just nowhere to go and wrong place, wrong time. You got to have a little bit of luck. And
yes, definitely.
Actually, he's in 17th right now, but he actually is moving up a lot. So that's pretty good from 24 to 17. It's just this place is so tough to pass. So. Yeah, he used a quick fix too and was able to get back up. So this place is so tough to pass. I mean, it'll be a hard challenge for him to get up here.
Yeah, turn 4 is very narrow. I don't know if you guys can tell that from the camera angles and stuff, but turn 4 is so tight that really turn 4 is unlike a lot of tracks where you want to make up spots. In this case, you just want to maintain through turn 4.
Well, John, a lot of the drivers here, yes, they are from America, but a lot of them also, most of the guys that run the league are from Canada and Canadian and whatnot. So that's why you see kind of a good mix between Canadian Oswegan Speedway, which was one of the main sponsors here at the time. The GForce Racing League is up in the Canada area there. So they got Oswegan Stream Team, Oswegan Race Source and whatnot that does the Elite Series there on Wednesday night. So that's why you do see a good mix between American and Canadian. As the green flag flies and Ryan Beagle's out front, he actually really does a race up there at the top side. Well, I'll tell you what, you got a good battle here for about second, third. Did I lose you? Oh. Well, looks like you had to step away for a second. It's all right. Right now, Austin Griffey, man, up there. Preston Cranmer hanging on in the 5th place spot. Lane Snook behind them. Yellow flag's out. That's Kyle Mooney and company. Boy, we got a big one in the back here. Car flipping upside down. That's Kyle Mooney. Let's go back on our Malcolm Mills replay. Check out what happened to old Kyle back here. Him there on the low line. And to check up just a little bit. It's another thing. Sometimes you have to kind of check up. Still watching here. Got several cars. Oh, just kind of got hooked up with a few of them in front and then went up there and then just got destroyed.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There. Imagine what kind of photos the track photographer would have got on that one there. So, yeah, I had my mic off for a second and I didn't realize I hadn't turned it back on. So
okay.
that's what was the problem there. So sorry about that. But only 4 Canadians in the field tonight, by the way. And our big mover so far is Garrett Pepiot. 20th is where he started. He is now 6th. And Goldner's 14th. So he's coming.
Right.
9 to go. But Ryan Beagle looks pretty tough out front. Keith Jackson started second. He's still second. Jack Clevenger picked up a couple spots to move to third. Preston Cranmer, who led some laps early, is now sitting there in 5th and wondering what he might have to do, change his lineup, maybe get back up front.
All right. That's right, because Ryan Beagle has hugged that bottom lane.
Hugging it.
So far, and it's, wow. I don't know what... Yeah, go ahead.
It's interesting because for a few laps there, remember, everybody went low, and then a couple laps after that, we saw them all move back up. So I'm kind of surprised that he seems to be the only guy in the top 5 there who can really make that bottom line work consistently. You
know, Ryan has always loved the low line.
Yeah.
We've seen it in the last several laps. See, that's how he sets his cars up and whatnot. Keith, though, he's looking like he wants the low line too. The problem is, I mean, you know, Ryan's just not going to give it up. So he's going to have to find and be very aggressive on this restart. Now, with a single file restart, I've always said this, is heavily benefits the leader out there. Not a lot Keith can do. Green flag's going to fly. You can see Ryan.
Whoa, what a start. What a restart.
Yeah,
wow.
I mean, he started, but you also saw him right there. He hugged the inside wall, I mean, on the restart there.
Yeah, he's telling everybody, I'm down here if you want to use the outside or the middle, you take it, but I am glued to the bottom.
And right
why
now,
not? Look at him pull away here.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a bad, fast machine there out front and definitely is looking good. Keith Jackson behind it. Battle back here, though, going on around about the 4th, 5th place spot. You got Garrett Pepiot, Austin Griffey, John Short, and company right there. Boy, those two guys, man, are beating and banging with each other. Just give you a heads up. Stephen Goldner's moved up to 16th.
Oh,
He's trying.
On the bottom.
Man, look at them two right there. They put them in tire by tire.
He is up to 3rd place. He started 20th. That's the yellow 47 that you're looking at on the inside part of the racetrack. I wonder if maybe a well-timed yellow, he might have a shot at this here tonight.
Absolutely. I tell you what, and, you know, Steven's probably sitting there back there thinking, hey, what kind of medicine you got in that thing, Garrett, because I need it to come up to the front right now, looking good. He's up in the 3rd place, like you just said, and then he's trying to see if he can hook on the back end there, Keith Jackson, and reel him in and hopefully get up there and try to pull Ryan Beagle back as close as he can. But Jack Clevenger's got other plans. Look at Jack up top.
Wow, way to the outside. I think he hit a little bit of the wall that time coming through. But Jackson now has pulled away a little bit from Pepiot. You can see Griffey in the blue car in the mix, too.
Well, I appreciate that, John, man, as always. Appreciate everybody out there. Hit those likes and shares. Definitely if you're over on the GForce Esports there or over here on the side on the Facebook. Definitely it's awesome racing so far. As Ryan Beagle's out front. Laps are winding down.
Almost 2 seconds.
Here, Williams, Grove. Yeah, Ryan is just singing it off here tonight. Man, we're watching Jack Clevenger tear that cushion up top. And,
That was Keith Jackson.
That was
He
Garrett
caught the
Pepiot.
wall.
And Garrett Pepiot got involved.
Yeah, Jackson just was going low.
But Garrett Pepiot was running second at the time. Let's go back on our Malcolm Mills replay. Garrett Pepiot was running second at the time. Third at the time, excuse me.
Yep, he was right behind Keith Jackson. And I think Jackson's the one who catches the wall.
Let's see what happened here. Yeah, Keith would have been the one running second, but Garrett's up top. Yep. What? That was kind of
strange. Yeah, he just caught the inside wall.
Well, let's go back on Keith here, and let's go back on that replay. Just see it.
Yeah, I was looking right at it. He hit the wall on the inside of turn 2.
This will give us a good angle here of what he hit. Dude, that was crazy.
And took
so
out
the second place
third.
driver, yeah, second place driver right there, and then the third place nowhere to go. Bam. As you see Keith right there.
He's going to hit the wall right about the inside right
and it knocks
here.
the car up there, and wow, just like that.
Clevenger missed it, didn't miss it by much.
Mm.
And then there's that, what are you talking about? The dead mosquito, I think you call that.
Dead mosquito,
right?
and knocked him around like a pin top right there.
Like a dreidel or something, you know.
Ain't nothing. You can see how he just blinks out and goes straight to the pits right there. That's what you're supposed to do when you're in trouble.
Well, this makes things interesting now.
Yes, it does, because you got Ryan Beagle, who definitely up front. And here's the thing. Look at Jack Clevenger. He's lost his front wing. I know laps are winding down here. He doesn't have enough time to jump into the pit stall and get that fast fix and be able to get back up front. So he's going to have to hope he can just hang on to something here. But he's got right behind him Andy Griffin, Lane Snook right there. If I'm a betting man, and I don't want to jinx him, don't want to just sit here and call it, don't know if anybody's got anything for Ryan Beagle. I ain't going to say that they don't or can't.
Right.
Because you never know. It's racing. Everything can happen. But with a single file start and the way he's been hugging that bottom lane, boy, Ryan has got the car that's set up tonight. Green flag's about to fly, and he's off.
Well, let's use the phrase they used to use years ago. It's his to lose. As we watch that battle for second, without a front wing, the car's not going to fight contact.
Got in the back of Austin Griffey, and there goes Griffey flying through the air. Caution is back out.
Yeah, that was
we saw that one live, and basically right there, Lane Snook and Austin got together, hooked, and the one who came out worse on that was Austin Griffey, who went flying down the front stairs. That puts Lane up to the third spot. I'll tell you what, this young man looking strong here. He's only going to get better. 11 years old. What's up, Jimmy? How you doing? Couldn't tell you, Jimmy, my man. I don't control the YouTube side there, brother. Oh, that I don't know. On my side over here, all frames are good. Yeah, all frames are good.
So no wing in the front for Clevenger. His car's not going to handle well.
And we saw right there what that might have done if it wouldn't have been for Lane and Austin getting together, because you saw Austin instantly go to the inside. I'm not you know probably more than me or whoever. I know what the top wing pretty much does. That's going to give them downforce to keep that thing from flying off the track. But I'm not, the front wing, I know it's got to give the front some sort of downforce.
It holds it down, and also helps put air on the top wing, because it comes off the front wing and gets right onto the. Notice how the angle's about the same there, so they work together.
And
but
that's
the front
what I'm
end's
thinking.
going to seem like it's not on the ground. Is the biggest thing that the drivers will feel.
And in a nutshell, I kind of can figure out what that's going to do to the car. Going into the turns, basically just not going to turn. It's probably going to push, because it's going to want to just keep going straight instead of normally being loose. I mean he's not going to be loose because he's still got the back wing to it. It's going to give downforce on the back tires, but it's probably going to push because, like you just said, the front tires are going to lift. There's going to just be no steering there, and that thing just want to go straight as an arrow. He's going to have to let off the throttle to get it to settle down, which basically I always say back the turn up a little bit more going in. Problem with that is you got Lane Snook back there that's going to just haul the mail right on the inside and take the slide job on him with John Short and company. We'll have to see Only got a few laps here, though. If he can hang on, he might come in out here with a good finish. Pace truck's in. Green flag's about to fly here. Strickland GMC feature here tonight for the Renegades. And you see him try to get started. We'll see if Lane Snook, man, is able to just drive down on the inside. Yep, you can already see it. That car just pushes straight up the track.
And I wonder if Lane Snook might have a spotter with him to tell him that, because if you know that, you figure, I'm going to be able to pass him on the bottom, as we see him trying that right now.
And I think it's going to be a matter of time right now. You've seen all night long, most of the cars are very hard to pass with a white flag, but I think it's going to be a matter of time. Yeah, there's just nothing right now that Clevenger can do except maybe hopefully to hang on to third. Coming down the back stretch for the final time, can he hang on for 2 more turns and hold on to third? John Short got it. And he was able to hold right there a little bit.
Ooh.
Yep, he's got it.
He got big win for Beagle, though. Convincing win here tonight. Snook sneaks in for second. Clevenger holds on to third. How about Larry Moody, 24th to 6th? Big shout out to him. He's our big mover in this one. And Stephen Goldner ends up 13th after starting at the back.
And here's the thing. Clevenger's probably got to be going, I know he probably wanted to win, but if it had been another lap or two, Short, Preston, and him probably would have just went on by him, because you could see that car already pushing to the moon, and there's nothing he could do. He was fighting it, and he just had to try to drive it down low to hope that it would hold, and it did in turns 3 and 4 there for him to hang on to it. So good job, good run. And do we only have 4 guys, man, that come to the front there? That's easy.
I think he might have been having a conversation with one of the 3 there. I think that's what that was. So
all right, well, I'll tell you what, man, what a race here tonight for the Renegade Series, and I love it, man. I tell you, Strickland GMC here. We're going to get these guys up here, get a word with them here tonight. Hope everybody, man, enjoyed it. We're going to get up here and, hey, we got our Southern Patio Enclosures Victory Lane, too. And you can't forget about old Southern Patio Enclosures. Those guys been coming on board this season. They're doing an outstanding job. Let's bring up second place man, Lane Snook, the young man here, and let you get a word with him.
Lane, good job out there, second place run tonight. We were talking about you a little bit there at the end of the race. Did you know that Jack Clevenger lost his front wing?
Yeah, I saw it under yellow. I didn't realize it before that, but yeah, I saw it under yellow.
Did that affect the way you would pass him? Because I would think, and you tell me, because you're driving these things a lot more than we are, losing that front wing means he's going to push up the track. Is that about right, Lane?
Yeah, I knew he was going to go high. He's been there the whole race, and I found a good line by entering down low and exiting through the middle and got a by him.
I noticed our race winner was on the bottom pretty much the whole night. Did you try that line, hugging the wall? And if so, how did it feel?
I tried it at the beginning, and I didn't like it. So then I tried the top and didn't like that either. And then with about 10 to go, I found a pretty good line.
Nice job. Who do you want to say thanks to for the runner-up finish tonight?
I'd like to say thanks to Keystone Alliance, Universal Settlement Service, Schwartz's Pizza Dome, Jack on Howard Associates, KKP, Keister Karting Products, A&J Custom Creations, GForce Racing Leagues, Kreitz Racing C2C Sim League, Kreitz Oval Track Parts, E-Toronto Tickets, Malcolm Mills Millwrights, S1 Sprint Wraps, Galen's Homegrown Popcorn, and Snook Dirt Designs.
Gotta send me some of that popcorn, man. After I talked to you, I always want some gourmet popcorn. Nice job, Lane.
Yep, thank you.
There you go, man. The young man there,
So
Lane
you did see
Snook,
that.
pulling it up in second place. Brent third place man here, Jack Clevenger, who held on to third place here tonight.
Jack, it's Doug. How we doing? Good run. Did you have a shot at this thing earlier, or was Ryan that much better?
Man, I was really good the first 3 laps there or whatever, and then once it just it got real narrow on the bottom, and the only way you're going to get around somebody, I think, was really to move them.
Mm-hmm. Now, what happened? And can you see that wing come off when it happens?
I think Keith got into the inside wall and ran on the bottom there and shot up, and just had nowhere to go.
Yeah, and really, I mean, because that looked like all him. He just caught the wall inside of turn 2, right?
Yeah, you just got to, the track's so narrow around the bottom, you really got to try and run down there, and it's bound to happen, so.
We were also wondering, too, if you were just praying for that checkered flag there at the end, because more laps. How hard was it to drive without the front wing?
I was a sitting duck. I just kind of had to I was gonna try it. It's kind of the win it or wear it thing. And on the last weather, I just decided better run the bottom, keep my podium.
Gotcha. Who do you want to say thanks to, Jack, for holding on for third place tonight?
All the guys at Sim Racing Concepts and GForceTV Racing, Scotty for working on the setups, and Devo and Keith for helping me along.
Oh, one more question before I let you go. I just remembered I wanted to ask one of you guys this. Does this track always run like that, where the high side is good early and then you go bottom middle after that? Is it almost predictable?
Been around Williams Grove in a long time since the update where the bottom stays good a lot longer. So it didn't used to be. I mean, it was. I think it's more of a one group track than it used to be now. I prefer it the old way.
Gotcha. Nice job, Jack.
Thank you.
There you
Hold
go.
on for third place.
Yeah, like you just said there, Jack Clevenger, he was hanging on. I mean, and you could see it too. I mean, that cart after lost a wing, it was just pushing to the front. But this guy here, we'll bring him up here to the southern patio enclosures, victory lane. Ryan Beagle, Joe White in the booth. Got a copy?
Yep, I can hear you.
Well, I tell you, I've said it time and time again, once you get that inside lane rolling, it is hard to get by you. What did you find on the inside that nobody else was running all night long, really? It just seemed like nobody else could get that inside going.
Yeah, I find if you get it as close to the tires as you can without hitting them, it seems to work pretty good for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, hey, and we've seen that time and time again from you. I got to ask, when you set your cars up, is that what you're looking at? Set them up for the low lane?
Yeah, I'm committed. I don't know if I could run the top if I wanted to. It'd be pretty tough.
Absolutely.
Thank God we didn't have to.
Well, and absolutely. I mean, and that's the now. With that said, though, let's say on the flip side, if you see a track that the high lane is a lot better, do you still stay committed to that low line just because, or would you have to go high?
I'm kind of versatile. I don't like running the top. It's a lot more hairy up there, and I feel safer on the bottom. But if I have to, I do go up there.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, you look good tonight here in the Southern Patio Enclosures Victory Lane tonight for the Renegade Series, and you showed these guys that you're the big dog out here, Ryan Beagle, as always. You got anybody you want to thank for the win tonight?
Yeah, just everybody puts this deal on. Keeps me busy on a Monday night.
Well, right now you're keeping them busy on trying to figure out how to run you down on that low line here as always. Ryan, good to see you, man, up front. Again, congratulations on that win.
Thanks, guys.
There we go. Ryan Beagle doesn't really say a lot because he doesn't really have to, because, I mean, he lets his, actions speak for himself on the track here. But real quick, we'll throw up the results here tonight. I tell you, Ryan Beagle put in victory lane. What a race here tonight, Doug. I mean, these guys outstanding, and all night long in the features and the heats, we did not see anyone run the low lane, but Ryan just came out the board and the gate and did it.
Yeah, he looked really good down there. Like you said, he told us he was committed to that. He likes the bottom. He sets up for the bottom, and it worked out 7th to 1st tonight for him. John Short, 11th to 4th. Nice job there. And like we said, also Larry Moody, 24th to 6th, a hard charger. But a nice night here at one of the more famous racetracks in America, Williams Grove. I had a ball. We hope you did too.
Absolutely. We're going to leave here tonight, folks. Hope everybody had fun. It's myself here in the GForce Racing League. Everyone, have a good night.
I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight.